Once upon a time, in a peaceful countryside, there lived a hardworking donkey who spent his days laboring for a kind but busy farmer. The donkey, sturdy and reliable, was tasked with carrying sacks of grain, pulling carts, and helping plow the fields. He did his work without complaint, and though his days were long and his back often sore, he took quiet pride in being useful. The farmer appreciated his strength, but rarely showed affection. The donkey slept in a straw-filled stable and was fed simple food, enough to keep him going, but nothing more. In the same household lived a small lapdog, a pampered little creature with silky fur and sparkling eyes. The dog didn't work, nor was he expected to. Instead, he lounged on fine cushions, ate scraps from the farmer's table, and spent his time playing around the house. The farmer's children adored the lapdog. They would cuddle him, carry him around, and let him curl up in their laps by the fireplace. Even the farmer, who was usually too busy to show much emotion, would occasionally pick the dog up and scratch him behind the ears, laughing as the little creature licked his face. The donkey watched this from a distance with growing curiosity and, eventually, envy. He began to wonder why the dog received so much attention and love, even though he didn't lift a paw to help on the farm. "All I do is work," thought the donkey. "Day in and day out, I carry loads and plow fields, but no one pets me, no one gives me treats or a warm lap to lie on. Perhaps I should act like the lapdog, then maybe they'll love me too." So one afternoon, when the farmer came home and sat in his armchair to rest, the donkey decided to try something different. He quietly left the stable, made his way to the house, and poked his head through the open door. The farmer's children were inside, playing with the lapdog, who barked happily and wagged his tail. The donkey took a deep breath and stepped into the house, an unusual sight that made the children giggle in surprise. Then, the donkey did something no one expected. He trotted over to the farmer, raised his heavy hooves awkwardly, and tried to climb into the farmer's lap, just as he'd seen the dog do 100 times. The farmer, shocked and alarmed, tried to push him away. The children screamed and scattered, and the lapdog barked frantically, confused and upset. The donkey, in his effort to be loved like the dog, knocked over a chair, trampled a rug, and nearly broke a table. The house was in chaos. Finally, the farmer stood up, red-faced and furious. "What on earth has gotten into you?" he shouted, waving his arms to chase the donkey out of the house. "You're not a lapdog, you're a donkey. You have your place and this isn't it." Ashamed and embarrassed, the donkey lowered his head and slowly returned to the stable. That night, he lay in the straw, thinking about what had happened. He wasn't angry at the dog, nor was he angry at the farmer, but he felt a deep sadness, not because he didn't get what he wanted, but because he had forgotten to value who he really was. The next morning, the farmer came to the stable. His expression was calm now, and he scratched the donkey gently on the neck. "You're a good worker," he said softly. "I couldn't do without you." The donkey blinked, surprised by the kindness in the farmer's voice. It wasn't the warmth given to the lapdog, perhaps, but it was genuine respect, something he hadn't noticed before. From that day on, the donkey worked with his head held a little higher. He no longer tried to be like the lapdog, and he stopped comparing their lives. The dog, for his part, still received cuddles and treats, but he also began spending more time in the yard, sitting quietly with the donkey in the afternoons. Though they were very different, the two animals found peace in each other's company. And so, the donkey learned a valuable lesson. It's better to be loved and respected for who you truly are than to be something you're not, hoping for a different kind of attention. Everyone has a role in life, and every role has its own kind of dignity. The donkey may not have been a lapdog, but he was strong, loyal, and needed. And in the end, that was enough. The moral of the story teaches us, be content with who you are, for trying to be someone you're not can lead to trouble and heartache.